This is actually my partner Cole's road bike. It's a 55.5 centimeter top tube, compact design. It's really kind of I say basic, but when I say that, there's actually a lot involved in it. Road offering. We've got a pear-shaped down tube, a shaped down tube in here, Columbus, Zona 747 top tube. We have an increased head tube height here for the optimal positioning. He wanted something that was still aggressive but comfortable, had some kind of wrist and shoulder blade issues on the bike he had before, so we raised it up a little bit but still kind of keep the right amount of handlebar drop. He's coming off of a carbon giant, and we got it finished a couple weeks ago. Haven't had a ton of riding on it, but he said it was kind of eerie how close it was in style to his carbon giant. Said it was responsive, yet it still had a really good road feel to it. So I think that there's a lot of my bike that I ride is a very similar setup to this, except it's a 57.5, so it's just a little bit bigger, but it was done with the same tube set. And I think a lot of people kind of overlook steel because they haven't spent a lot of time on it. And in fact, they think that steel is kind of heavy or flimsy. And I let a customer borrow my road bike, and I don't completely agree with his review, but he came back and said, man, this thing is as stiff and responsive as my aluminum Trek. So I mean, it can have a good, quick, light, crisp ride to it, and then you end up isolating the rider from a component and dampening characteristic with a carbon bars and carbon stem and carbon fork and carbon seat post. So you can get a really versatile, tuned ride out of a modern steel bike. I think a lot of people kind of overlook it because historically it's a passe material, but the modern steels and the modern tube drawing and butting profiles and tube shaping and things like that actually elevate it to modern status. I mean, a steel road bike really is, to a certain degree, the benchmark that all other bikes are measured from.